Hi, this is Monty with Stampin' in the Tetons, and I just wanted to show you a mini album that I did using a 10 by 13 envelope, just one 10 by 13 envelope. And I made this really cute and easy mini album out of it. I used, for my paper, I used Colorbox, the flea market collection. So I used the flea market paper and also some of the die cuts and fabric flowers and doilies and that kind of stuff off that same collection. So that's the cover of the finished album. I'll give you a quick look at the whole album, and then I'll show you kind of how I did it. So there's the first page. Inside here I used 7 Gypsies tag, and sticks in here behind this star. Some more paper, some Tim Holtz tissue paper tape. On this page, a little metal frame. You can slip a picture down back behind there. And then the tab I cut out of a acetate page. Looks really cute and just slides back down in there. Okay, and then turn the page, and then some more pictures can stick up behind these elements. This page I used a die cut from the Colorbox Flea Market collection also, and then a metal like book tag up there at the top. Stamped a little bird cage right here. That's from the Crafty Secrets stamp set that I got. There's another tag that you pull out, the brad, double-sided paper. Stick that back in there. I won't be able to fit it back in one-handed. Okay, turn to the page. Got a little, use one of the bird die cuts, and then a metal little heart says love, and you can tuck your picture down behind the bird. This page, another stamp that I use, this dress form from Crafty Secrets, and some measuring tape, also from the Colorbox Flea Market collection. It's a fabric tape border. Another tag, pulls out that tied with a ribbon. Stamped a little birdie on there. It's from the same stamp collection. And then birds on the back. So there's another tag that fits in there, and just a little metal paper clip for this page. I used some more of the paper, and then some Tim Holtz film strip tape. It's really cool. I really love it. And you can just take a picture down behind there. And then another tag element from the Colorbox collection, and then a flower and a button on top. Another tag that I cut out from the Nestabilities dies, and then I tied a piece of ribbon on top of a flower for the pole, and of course it's double-sided on this side too. So that goes in there. This page I made a little banner, tied it with some baker's twine, and then also a metal frame, slides a picture down behind it, and made a little flower with some lace and that sticking out of a heart. And then used the Tim Holtz birdcage die, cut out that birdcage and put some bling on it, and then another tag using the Nestabilities die, tried some ribbon on that also. There's the other side of that. And that just tucks back inside there. And on the end, then I just ruffled up some ribbon for the edge. And then, of course, the back. shows the birds, and then of course my tag, it says my name. And on the binding, I just tied a piece of ribbon around a piece of chipboard that I cut out, and then cut a piece of cardstock around it and taped it on, and then just punched holes and threaded some ribbon through it to make my binding. So that's what the finished product looks like. And basically all you do is you take your 10 by 13 envelope, you remove the fastener. So you take the fastener off, and then you tape down the flap with some other tape. And then you trim about an eighth of an inch off of each of the long 13-inch sides. So you trim an eighth of an inch off each side, and then you fold it into thirds. The thirds end up to be about 4 1/4 inches each for each section, like this. And then once you get it folded, and you're kind of going to fold it in an accordion, so you're going to fold one up and then down like that. So it's kind of an accordion fold. Once you got it folded, then you got to be able to make your pages. So then you just take your any cutter and cut all the way into the center. And if you notice in the center of the envelope, there's kind of a binding already made there because of where the envelope, the seam of the envelope, or the seams envelope's put together. And so it's thicker, and it's about 1 inch wide. So that runs down, all the way. And so what you want to do is cut into that center and stop right there at the center on each of your 3 sections. And once you've cut them all, then you're going to you need to tape down then each of the sections that, the edges. Like on the first section, you only have to tape down this one edge on this side because the other side's still together. And then on the middle section, you have to tape down a little bit on both sides because it's not, so both sides are cut open on that side. And on the other section, you just have to tape down the one side. And then you got to do that for both halves. So you got to tape down this half, and then both sections on this side, both sections, and then on this section you have to just tape down the one side. And then you fold it all up in accordion style, and then there's the base of your album. It's easiest now too if you want to make the little pull tabs. You want to go, it's easier before you even tape it, it's actually easier just to, put your round punch in there and make a little pull tab to be able to pull out your tags. And so it's easy if you do that first before you tape it down. But you can do it both ways. I did it afterwards, the first one I did. But now I know that I can tape it down easier before I tape it down. I can punch it out, I should say, before I tape it down. So then once you have those all done, then you're ready to bind it all together. You can see that you just fold it up at each end that goes into the center, where that middle kind of binding is that the envelope already just has naturally, and that makes your book. Okay, that makes your little mini album just like that. Okay. For mine, I told you I just took a piece of chipboard and covered it with pattern paper, or actually solid paper, some cardstock, and then I punched holes in it, and I lined up the holes on my envelope. And so then I just took a piece of ribbon and I threaded it through the holes and then out to the binding, and then tied a bow, and so it makes a nice little binding just like that by itself. So you can either do that, you can just punch a couple of holes and put binder rings in there, You can just not put this little cardboard chipboard binding if you don't want. You can just thread it through with make some holes and thread it through with ribbon, and it can work that way also. So however you want to do it. And that makes a nice little envelope album just using one 10 by 13 album. So hope this helps you. I didn't see any other albums using 10 by 13 envelopes, so it's pretty cool just to be able to use just one of your old 10 by 13 envelopes and make an album out of it. So hope you like it. If you have any questions, send me a message. I'd be happy to answer it, and hope you like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.